Welcome to Rocket Rob's Kitchen. And like I told you yesterday, tonight we are cooking salmon patties. It's Friday. Love fish on Friday. So, what you want to do, you want to get you a can of salmon. You're going to be putting, the salmon, you want to separate the meat and the juice, which I'll show you in a little bit. You're going to need some breadcrumbs. You will need 1 egg. You will need salt and pepper. You will need basil or Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning. It's basil. Where's the basil? Basil. Where's the basil? Basil. Okay, we got the basil. Alright, and let's see, onions. Yes, we need some onions. Alright, we got some onions. Got an onion. I like using sweet onions. To me, they just taste better. Again, it's preference. If you like white onions, you could use that. You could use minced onions. Again, it's however you want. Again, I'm just showing you this is how I like it. If you want to change a few things or add a few things, then yeah, you could certainly do so. So, what we want to do is we want to drain off the juice from the salmon. Oh, yeah. Okay. Give it a squeeze. Okay. Whoop. All right. Now, the thing that I like best about salmon is the fact that the bones, and there are bones, just in case you've never had them before, there is bones in it. And however you choose to do it, you could cook the bones. The bones are soft. They'll mash up with the meat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull somewhat of the bones out. The skin, I like to go ahead and pull the skin off as much as possible. And again, you don't have to do this. This is just how I choose to do it. I just kind of peel the skin off. And I get this here all peeled off. I will be right back then with the other ingredients. Whoops. Wrong part. Oh my goodness. Alright. So, we got all the skin off of the salmon. We got the bones, most of the bones all off. Okay. I'm going to take onion. And, it's however you like it. Again, you watch this video and you're seeing how I like it. This is a recipe that's been handed down through the family, and my mom handed it to me, and most of all, everything that she cooks, there's not a specific measurement. I'll I'll do the best I can on telling you exactly how much of the items. And again, she cooks by taste, and that's how I cook. So, as you can see, this is about a medium-sized onion. I'm using about half of it. Yeah, maybe I'll use a little bit. I think I cut a little too much. So, I'm gonna take some onion, and we want to chop these up pretty fine. If you don't want to use fresh onion, you can use minced onion. I have used minced onion before if I didn't have an onion, to which you would just turn around and you just probably maybe use half of, not half, maybe a quarter of the bottle of minced onions. And minced onions would be like, this is like, it's not a huge container, but you want to probably use maybe a quarter of this. If you were going to use this instead of the fresh. But what we're going to do is we're using the fresh. Okay. Put it in there. Oh yeah. Okay, you're going to take your egg. You add your egg. Basil, I'd say maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of basil. You got the Italian seasoning. About the same thing, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. A little bit less, maybe. Salt. Be more or less like a pinch of salt. A little less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. Pepper. About a pinch of pepper, or a couple of shakes of pepper. Then you want to add some milk. You want this to be a little bit sloppy like. So I'm figuring maybe 1/4 of a cup of milk to maybe 1/2 a cup of milk. And what you want to do is, I'm going to kind of mix this up. Okay, so get this all mixed up. Then you'll be adding some crackers in there. Okay, so we got this mixed up. You want to use saltine crackers. You could use breadcrumbs if you don't have saltine crackers, or if you don't like saltine crackers. You can use saltine crackers with light salt if you can't have salt or don't like the salt. Like I said, I put a little bit of salt in there. But these are just regular saltine crackers all mashed up. And you want to sprinkle these in here. And you want this so it's not as sloppy. This here is just going to be able to, so you can form a patty. The patties are going to be more or less about the size of a tablespoon. You'll be scooping this into a skillet. The skillet will have some, I'm going to use vegetable oil. And then you'll be browning these, which I will show you in a minute. So we'll get this here mixed up. And that should just be about right. What was in this bag? This was actually one full package of saltine crackers in a box. Just one full package. Now you're wondering what I've got the juice for and why I drain the juice. I do not like all of the juice.